This episode is brought to you by Honda. Introducing the all-new, all-terrain Honda Passport Trail Sport, the most off-road capable Honda Passport Honda has ever dreamt up. The Passport features increased ground clearance, roof rails on all trims, and available specially developed all-terrain tires. And you'll stay comfortable with tri-zone climate control and available features like heated and ventilated front seats and a panoramic moonroof. Learn more at honda.com/passport.
Hello and welcome to Lifetime on Court, the podcast where we discuss your favorite made-for-TV movies. Whether you love to hate watch or hate yourself for loving them, pour up a glass of your favorite cocktail and join us. I am your host, Patrick Serrano, and my guests today are...
I am Drew Current.
And I'm Alex Mooreman.
Yes, you are.
Yes, you
back
are.
again.
Yes.
As promised, because you did such an amazing job last time.
Stop it.
I'm not even joking. It was like one of my favorite episodes. So I'd have Alex back for a Hallmark because we did a Lifetime, and I know you know about Lifetime.
Oh, yeah. You know.
But tell me about Hallmark. Do you watch a lot of Hallmark?
So, no, I am not a Hallmark, je ne sais quoi, connoisseur. Is that what they would say?
Yes.
So this has been a new venture for me, honestly.
Totally different. Same kind of genre, like as far as a TV movie.
Yeah.
But Hallmark definitely has their
Their
formula.
niche. Yeah, they have their thing. I got it though pretty quickly.
Well, yes.
Yeah, it's not
right.
It's not hard.
Oh yeah,
It's
not at all.
hard to get.
They're laying them breadcrumbs or gingerbread crumbs.
Okay. You
got
came to
it.
play,
You know,
I guess.
you know.
And the episode is done.
Yes. So, Drew, today we are talking about Pride, Prejudice, and Mistletoe.
Oh boy,
Yes.
This is
boy.
another one of those
Darcy
Darcy
fucking-
things that has nothing to do with Pride and Prejudice.
At all.
no.
There were nothing besides the fact that
Yeah.
Her name was Darcy. That was it.
it.
Stop it.
Get away from
That's
me.
why we are we are
her
podcast
name-
geniuses right here.
Her name was
Her
Her
name's
name was
Darcy.
Darcy.
Because isn't Darcy the dude usually?
Yeah,
Yes,
it was Mr. Darcy.
that's
yeah.
right.
So it was like a play. Let's switch gender roles, but not really.
Oh, how brave of
How brave, Hallmark.
Hallmark, you brave. Hallmark, you brave. This movie stars Lacey Chabert, of course.
Oh, Mean Girls.
Yes. Hallmark
amazing.
VIP, and Brendan Penny. Brendan Penny was in a Lifetime movie last year, a Christmas one. And he was actually on, Rich Hansen, my friend. Rich Instagram messaged him after the movie and was like,
Ooh.
hey, you did good in that movie.
Oh, nice.
He was like trying to holler at him. And Brendan Penny was like, not gay, but thanks.
Oh, okay.
Not gay, but thanks.
Not gay, but thanks.
I appreciate the love.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So,
Was that magical Christmas ornament?
That
I
sounds like
don't
the
think-
title of the movie.
yes,
though.
it was. Yes, it was.
That's
With Jessica Loudons, yes, it was.
yeah. Okay.
The evil Hallmark.
And the only reason I know this is because I'm looking at IMDb.
Well, or that you just remember
Or I
because
just remember 'cause-
you internalize all of this. So, okay, Lacey Chabert. We start out. We're gonna call her Lacey Chabert. Her name's Darcy in the movie. Whatever.
Yeah.
So, she's a New York investment banker,
Yes.
Oh.
Work, girl, work.
and it's like pretty big stretch for Hallmark to talk about that.
Yeah.
They gave her folders,
A lot of folders.
Yeah.
A lot
So-
of phone calls on the cell phone.
right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
we know she's working in a business because she's taking phone calls and has folders.
She's doing
And she has an
business.
assistant. She has an
Yes.
assistant who she's constantly talking to. So she's super important.
So she gets a call that she needs to like go back to Ohio for.
Yeah, for
But why?
I think no, she was already going home for the holidays because
Okay.
it's Christmas, and she
Right.
hasn't been home in 2 years.
Okay.
so it was like, let's get together, family.
Okay.
So she's going to Ohio, but her ex-boyfriend Carl is
Oh.
also going back to Ohio. He lives in New York and works for her dad's company.
Yeah,
Okay.
Okay.
And
That's a handsome man.
Carl, yeah.
That's a
yeah,
handsome man.
he's a cutie.
He
Yeah.
is.
They're all.
He's
They
like,
all look
fucking
exactly
handsome.
the same.
Yeah.
Like
Carl's like a Chicago 10 and an LA like 6.
I would agree with that.
I would say so.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So he thinks they should be together,
He's in
like
love
him
with
and
her.
Lacey Chabert. He's like, we just make sense. Like, I know you need time. And like, they broke up, right?
This is like right off the bat.
Right off the bat.
right off the bat. Like he picks her up from the airport.
He does.
Her mother calls her and is like, "Hey, just so you know, I can't pick you up. I called your ex.
I
He's
called your
picking you up."
ex-boyfriend.
So and he's
Naturally.
And he's like going in for the heart cell. And she's like, no,
No.
not happening.
He opens the door for her, though, which I really appreciated.
Hey, open doors.
You know?
Be a gentleman.
It's so rare these days.
Do it.
So rare.
When I see chivalry, I just get excited.
It's just
Yes.
a pain in the ass. Is
See,
all.
that's the problem. It's not a pain in the ass, okay?
Yes.
You open a door, things will happen.
It's a waste of time. Like if I needed someone to open a door for me, or if I wanted, I'd be like, this is a waste of time. Well, I can just do it.
Well, thank God no one's opened doors for you.
Yeah, Drew,
okay?
you're not a lady, okay?
Yeah.
Open
No.
doors for me and Alex and not for you.
Thank you.
Fine.
So Lacey Chabert's mom, by the way, we should mention.
Oh, yeah.
Her name is Gloria. Doesn't
Yes.
matter. But she's the
famous.
mom from Queer as Folk.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
her name's Sherry Miller, and she's actually a really good actress. She's in a lot of stuff.
Yeah, Virgin
she's in these
Suicide.
movies occasionally.
Yeah.
She could be in them more.
I agree.
think.
'Cause
I
she's
think
like a solid,
solid
pillar.
actress.
Yeah, exactly.
And
I believe
her
her.
plot on Queer as Folk, like she was the mom who had the gay son, but she like did not want her son to be gay, or she was like had a hard time accepting it.
Yeah.
She played that dynamic really well.
Yeah.
And I just think she's good. So she's planning a Pemberley.
Yeah, Pemberley. Yeah,
That's the-
Pemberley. That's the town.
the
The town
thing.
is called Pemberley.
Another Pemberley?
Yeah.
What's going on? With
They're doing
Pemberley?
they're doing an auction. They're planning
Yeah.
an auction, which is like a big deal. Okay.
Fundraiser
Okay.
for
And
the children.
she hires Luke, a handsome restaurant owner.
Yeah.
And he's legitimately handsome. He's a
He
Chicago
is.
10 and he's an LA 10. Okay?
Yes, he is.
Yes,
he is
he
buff.
is.
He's got
Oh,
a strong
he-
chest and a nice back.
Good teeth, good hair, clear eyes, full heart, can't
yeah,
lose.
That guy. Yeah.
Very hot, very hot.
Yeah.
And I mean, he's so hot that Rich DM'd him
Oh.
on Instagram.
I would
Yeah.
DM him.
Right? I'm like, okay.
I don't even know how Instagram works.
That's right.
And I'm going to slide into those DMs.
That's right. That's how you do it. So she hires him to do the catering, and Lacey Chabert apparently
Oh, they went to high school
went
together.
to high school with him. Okay, and they were on the debate team, so they have a sassy ass relationship.
Yes.
They do.
So the Luke guy?
Luke and Lacey
Okay.
Chabert were on a debate team, and like they get into like little arguments, and they like meet at a restaurant or something, and
Yeah.
they have like a little argument, but it's really like gobbledygook
Very
because I don't know what they're
playful.
saying.
Yeah. They're just like
Wait,
staring into
so
each other's
they're-
eyes.
they were on the debate team, and so now they're
They're
like,
debating each
they're
other
debating?
in-
Shut the fuck up.
They are. They
Yeah.
are.
Jesus.
So the next day, Lacey shows up, and who is there working?
The event.
It's Luke.
It's Luke.
Uh-oh.
And he starts like giving off all of his ideas. We should put the dessert table here. And she's like, no, the dessert table goes in the east-western corner. And he's like, no, but hear me out. And they start like fighting back and forth. And you can feel the sexual tension. It's real.
Debate. Am
Yeah.
I right?
Yeah.
But they're
Debate
working
team.
together
Feng shui,
to
guys.
plan the event now to help Lacey Chabert's mom, who took on the auction because someone
Some
like
other
passed
girl-
it off and like passed it off late.
Really late.
Like-
Like late in the game.
like
a
2
week
weeks
before.
before.
Yeah. I was like, you can't just say I don't want to do this
Yeah.
anymore.
It's like, did you plan anything? No.
So she's coming into her hometown for like a Christmas vacation,
Yep.
and
They put her to work.
fucking work
Yep.
immediately.
Yeah.
Right away. And it only goes downhill from here.
But good thing she has that finance whatever job.
Whatever the job.
That'll
the business.
that'll come into play later.
business.
Speaking of Lacey Chabert's job, her work partners are having a secret meeting without her. They're trying to push her out of the firm, and they're trying to get her to sell her shares of the business.
Well, what Lacey wants to do, which I'll give her credit for, is that she wants to provide wealth to all people, and she wants to have no minimums when you join her firm. No minimums
No minimum what?
of money.
Yeah.
So, like,
No minimum.
for the buy-in.
so like the buy-in minimum. So say it's like 20 grand, and she wants her to be no minimum. So,
So
if you
they want her-
$1,000, you can join her firm.
They want her out because she's really bad business.
No,
Probably.
She's trying.
It's true though. In a
mean,
business
it's
sense.
true.
Okay, in the opening,
In the spirits
scene,
of Christmas, though, Drew.
opening scene,
Right.
You're right.
she gets coffee from this coffee stand guy whose son just got accepted into Stanford, and he's like, "I would love to join with you, but I don't have money like you have, and I can't meet that minimum." And she's like, "You know what? You're right. All people should have access to wealth, so it shouldn't matter the minimum. I can turn whatever money you have into more money."
Yeah.
Right?
It's a good in theory.
Sure. Yeah. No,
It's
it's
like-
great in theory.
Okay, so at a Christmas party, of course, because those happen in this movie, Lacey Chabert and Luke are caught under the mistletoe.
Oh,
and he's
God.
like, hey, do you want to kiss under this mistletoe? And she's like, hold up, wait a minute. No.
No,
Tell
that's
me the
not what that
history
means.
of
Tell me the
mistletoe.
history. Tell me the significance of mistletoe, and then I will kiss you under the mistletoe
Oh.
if you know it.
Of course he didn't.
And he didn't. So she's like, no, thank you.
Like, boom.
And
And then he's like, ooh, I like this. A girl who plays hard to get.
yes. And Lacey Chabert's brother comes into town with his pregnant wife.
Oh, God. Yeah.
She's like,
I
I'm
also
pregnant.
thought that he was Luke. And I was like, why is Luke's hand around this other woman?
Yes.
Every man in this entire movie looked exactly the same.
They
to
all
me.
look the same.
So I was like,
Is this Parker?
Yes.
yes.
So
they're all
they
just
look
like
the same.
white.
They look exactly
Brunette
like Carl.
men.
This
Exactly.
Parker dude looks exactly like
Agreed,
Carl.
agreed.
Even in the headshots.
Oh.
Like, those are the two.
They all look,
Wow, they look
the
the same.
same.
They do.
I had no idea. I was like, oh,
Hey, you know,
that
Hallmark
breakdown
has
was
a type.
just
Hallmark has a type.
white, brunette, blue eyes.
But Lacey is like seeing her brother with his wife getting pregnant. She's like,
Yeah.
maybe that's the life I want. I don't know what I want. And she's constantly talking to her dad, and she's like, I have this job in New York, but it's not fulfilling me, and like I just feel like very unsettled.
Yeah, he
in
wants her to
life.
come work in the business.
He does. He wants her to work for his business, which is also a financial something. And she wanted to go make it on her own, so she didn't do his firm. Okay.
Yeah.
So there's a Christmas tree designer who's designing trees for the auction. So they're going to auction off Christmas trees.
Custom.
Yeah. They're going to
Custom.
do like 5 fully decorated. You buy it $500 a pop. You're going to make some good money off of that.
Yeah.
Which if Drew, you
yeah.
were in this social class,
You would do that.
you would do something like that
Because it would benefit the
for
youth
your house. Yes, you'd
of
have people
Pemberley.
over. It's on another level, Drew. We were talking about socioeconomical stuff, how Lifetime's a little more real, and Hallmark is aspirational.
Oh, very aspirational.
This is a perfect example of that.
Yeah.
So the designer backs out, and Lacey has to like come up with
Scramble.
something, and she finds a cute shop owner. Person of color, just
Yes.
gonna say that.
Yeah.
That's
The
where we
one-
get our person of color
the
working
one.
at the shop. Always working class
Always working class.
Yeah.
on a Hallmark channel. Always working class, which is not cool.
Nope.
And she's like, I'm gonna give you the business because I'm gonna help you out with your business. And the designer's like, sure, well, that'll be great. And Lacey Chabert, meanwhile, she knows that meeting's happening with the partners, so she gets her assistant to Skype her into the meeting.
Yeah, like stealthily.
And
Okay.
she just pops up on the screen. She's like, hey, bitches,
What's up?
I know what you're doing. I'm not having it. And they're like, Lacey, what are you talking about?
Lacey Chabert, what are you talking
They're
about?
like, fine, we'll be honest with you. We think that you should either stay on our train or get off on the next stop.
Yeah. And also,
Wait,
they're
write it down.
poaching her clients.
Yes, one by one.
And
Uh-huh.
her big
That's
client,
unethical.
her big client is, they were like, we talked to him, and she's like, oh no. So she's messaging him, and he's not getting back to her. She's like, what's going on with this client?
going on?
He's my number one guy. Like, he's a big deal.
I
If
made him $8 million last year.
right, but he's not responding because he might be going with the firm and not
We
with
don't
Lacey.
know.
We don't know. We will find out.
Okay.
Dun dun dun.
Who knows
So-
how that works?
Christmas caroling happens, and
Christmas caroling. Oh my gosh.
oh
yeah.
god,
Oh, there's Christmas caroling?
Yeah.
Well, they get a point for that.
and it's
You a big fan of
Drew
caroling?
loves Christmas tropes. It turns out that Luke's father has died, and he wanted to own a restaurant. So Luke's living out his father's dreams by owning a restaurant and like getting the business going.
Okay, cool,
Mm-hmm.
cool.
So they have a little thing about that. Again, Luke and Lacey Chabert are under the mistletoe again. And he's like, oh, hey, mistletoe. And she's like, did you do your research, though?
And he's like, nah.
He's like, I didn't.
I
You
didn't.
did?
She's like,
Dude,
okay.
what
You obviously
That
do
would
not
be-
want this
What is
that
wrong?
bad.
Yeah.
If you
That would
can't
be the-
Wikipedia, what is mistletoe?
That would be the first that you'd be like, oh. Okay,
Yes.
well, if
It's
I'm
pretty
looking it up.
easy. I can get a kiss if I answer a question.
Exactly.
There's no work involved.
It's like a homeless guy. You can get a cigarette from me if you tell me a joke.
Yeah.
Oh, Drew.
Never happens.
Okay. So
Just preying on poverty. Okay, great, Drew.
at the youth center, spelled the Canadian way, R-E,
Yeah.
not E-R.
The Pemberley Youth
The
Center.
Pemberley Youth Center.
God.
There's kids singing, and it's so terribly
It's
dubbed, and I couldn't
it's
even handle it.
You
So
have
bad.
to. It has to not be done
But
correctly.
the kids are so great that Lacey and
Luke, they're
they're
gonna
gonna
you-
hire them for
Yeah.
the event.
You're gonna be the entertainment.
Great.
And then Luke, for some reason, says he's going to do the catering for free. I don't know why.
Because he felt, oh my God, we're not going to make our quota. It's going to be, no one's going to come. No one was responding. No one was RSVPing. So he's like, well, if no one comes and no one buys things, then we're not going to make any money. So I will waive my fee. Like trying to be a martyr. Like, dude, come on.
You're running a business.
Yeah. You're running a new business.
Everyone is doing very bad business.
Literally, okay? This is not a Groupon.
Snowball fights happen, and wrapping presents and all the things happen, and I don't know, decorating happens. Like
a lot
the
of
tropes.
Decorating.
All the tropes.
So much decorating.
So, no flower fights?
No flower fights. Lacey and her dad have a talk while eating pie.
Yeah.
And he really wants her to work for him. And he's like, I don't understand why you went to New York to do all this stuff. And like, I have a business here and it needs someone to take over because I'm retiring soon. And Lacey's kind of like, well, I'll think about it. But
what that money like?
I want to make
Pops. What that money like?
She's like, I want to make my own way and I don't want to rely on my dad. But it's like, girl,
but
your dad needs you to run the business.
She wants to give back to the community because she goes like, Dad, if I do this, then like, you know, I want to be able to have my own division. I want to be able to have a foundation for us, you know?
This is Iowa?
Wisconsin?
Or Wisconsin?
Iowa?
Ohio.
Oh, God.
Sorry,
one of those Midwest
and she's
ones.
in, like, New York?
Yes. Yeah.
No.
So Luke invites Lacey to come help him cook for the event, and instead they dance around the kitchen, and he does, like, white man dancing, and it's kind of cute.
Yeah.
It was
kind of
cute.
And she had a cute, like, apron on that she won at like a white elephant party.
She probably sold it on Instagram in a giveaway contest.
Yeah, it was like, I'll make it, you'll eat it. You know, like you'll. Y-U-L-E.
You'll.
Yeah.
You'll
So
eat it.
It is finally the night of the auction, okay? And the servers don't show up. They hired from a catering company and they got the dates wrong.
Motherfucker.
They double booked them.
And
unbelievable.
Lacey Chabert's mom's like, we had the date in the email 3 times, so
how
I
did
don't
you get
understand
this wrong?
why they would get it wrong.
Yeah.
Happens all the time. If you don't say the day and the date,
yeah, and the year. You should
I work
also include
events.
the year.
You gotta say the day and the date. And sometimes I say the day and the date wrong, and they'll correct me, and I'll be like, "Thank you for paying attention."
Yeah,
that's why I
was
did
a
that
test.
wrong. It was a test. It was a test. My boss is listening, and it was a test, Leslie. I totally did it on purpose. But no, so she's like, what are we going to do here? And Luke's like, how about we get those kids?
Right. I hated this. I was so mad.
This made me very mad.
The kids that we are trying to raise money
from the youth center.
From the youth center.
And put them
who
to
have
work.
nowhere to go after school, who have no guidance in their lives, who are suffering, who have nothing. We're going to bring them on, and they're going to serve the wealthy.
Appetizers. Serve appetizers at this fucking auction.
Literally. They're
also,
like, oh, it'll be great. They'll love it. They'll feel more a part of it. What? They have to beg for their food, beg for their keep? Are you kidding me?
True. On top of child labor.
Literally. They're not getting paid for this.
On top of child labor, Lacey Chabert says, hey, pregnant sister-in-law, I know you can't be on your feet, but can you serve?
Can you serve cocktails all night long?
Hey, brother, can you be the bartender?
He's like, I make a mean drink. Like,
this is getting a lot.
Yeah.
This is making points.
I know.
For
well,
me. This is making
stop
points
I had a
for me.
huge issue with this.
So for optics, it's not really good, and it really made me annoyed. But Lacey Chabert, at the thing, she tries to tell. Wait, what's the good news?
Are you fucking serious?
So also, while
the kids are walking around
with trays,
in a uniform they gave them,
and
God.
Tears right now.
Drew,
and they had to sing. They had to sing too. They couldn't just
right.
They had to sing. And you know what? They had the designer who designed the trees like in the back behind.
And there's no
the
money.
chorus.
There's still no money going to them.
There's no money going to them.
The designer for the trees also had to work.
She had to work too. She had to carry a candle to light up the singers.
You know who
children.
didn't have to work? Lacey Chabert.
Lacey did not have to work.
She goes up to her bridal suite,
her vanity.
and she's getting her makeup done,
She's
getting her hair done.
Between dresses, the black or the red.
Right. And I'm like, Lacey, get down there and work.
And she walks down like she's Princess Diana.
Yes, she does. She has a bump it.
Oh, a bump it.
A crazy bump it.
Oh.
And you might not know about a bump it, Drew, because you're a straight man.
No, I know about
Okay, well, she had a bump it in, and I was like, Lacey,
come
we
on.
know that's not your real hair.
That's a beehive.
We
Literally.
know. We know.
Amy Winehouse would have rolled over in her grave.
I know. Amy Winehouse like, try to make me go to rehab.
No.
Just try to make it work at this event. And I said, no.
No.
But she did. Amy Winehouse was there working the event too because they really needed all hands on deck.
All hands. They said that several times.
Jesus
So
Christ, that's
Lacey's
amazing.
client shows up and he's like, hey, girl. I'm sorry I didn't respond to your emails, and I didn't want to give you the wrong impression. I want you, wherever you go, I'm going.
I was on vacation in like Panama.
Yeah, but now I'm here in Ohio
Yeah,
to
yeah.
tell you
In
that I
person.
want to. I know you're leaving the company in New York, and I want to be wherever you go.
Because you embody integrity, and that's what matters to me when someone's dealing with my money.
Yes. And so Lacey Chabert goes to tell Luke the good news, and she's interrupted by Carl. Carl comes
Yeah.
up, and he's like,
Can I talk
hey,
to
remember
you?
me from this movie?
No, he goes, he fakes her out. He goes, your mom wants to talk to you in the kitchen.
Oh, my God, that was so
And
rude.
so she's like, oh, God, my mom, what's wrong? Are the hors d'oeuvres on fire? So she scurries
They run to the kitchen, and Carl's like, I just want to tell you that I love you.
And we better be together.
And we are meant to be together. We're both from New York, and we are meant to be together.
Or
and,
I'll die.
And who walks up and hears half of the conversation? Luke does.
Luke, but Carl grabs her hand and like.
Oh, but it does it have the like? Then Luke like storms away.
Exactly.
Lacey's like, you're a really great guy, Carl, but and then
And then
Luke
he's
storms off, and she's like, but I don't want to be with you. And then Luke didn't hear the but I don't want to be
Oh,
with
of course,
you.
of course.
And
That's
so
great.
he
That's
is running off, and he's like,
No one can find him. Also, he's manning a party right now.
Yes.
And no one can find the lead caterer.
He's the
lead
caterer.
Chef. He's the chef. and he
also,
disappears.
he's spreading hot goss and telling everybody at the party, oh, Lacey's getting back with Carl.
Yeah.
Dude, chill out, Luke. God.
And everyone's like, that makes no sense.
Yeah. Her best friend's like, let me go find her. That's
Yeah.
definitely not true.
Her mom's like, no,
Probably
that
not.
wouldn't happen.
Calm down, please.
But he storms off, of course.
Yeah.
And Lacey Chabert talks to her dad, and she's like, Dad, like, what am I gonna do? I have these clients, and like they need people to take care of them. And he's like, well, work for me. And she's like, oh, you said that before, but now it resonates with me, and now I
Yeah.
understand. And here are my conditions. I want to have a no minimum on who I pick up as a client. I want to like help the poor, and I want to like do good things for
Start
poor
a
people.
foundation.
Because I've seen Oliver Twist.
Exactly. That's exactly what I thought of. I was like, please, sir, can I have some more?
And I'm like, Lacey.
Lacey is just here. This
She
just
said- wait,
white
she
woman
says-
to save the world.
She says because I've seen Oliver Twist.
Basically.
Basically.
No, wait. But,
She knows what
okay, she
orphans
didn't-
look like, so
Actually,
she.
didn't see.
In the movie, she said, I want to help poor people.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
But
said,
she
I-
meant, I've seen Oliver Twist, and
Okay.
he needs more porridge in his bowl.
He's super
and-
dusty, and I want to wipe away that soot.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure that I was like not a line because
So-
that would have
It would've
actually
been.
made me
Pour it up.
1,000% pour it up.
No, Lacey's not blatantly,
Like-
porcist or whatever the
Yeah.
word is, but it's like very,
Very implied.
Very implied.
Okay.
So she goes to tell Luke she's crazy about him. They're outside the party, and Lacey and Luke are there, and they're like clearing everything up. And he's like, "I misunderstood what you were saying," and she's like, "I know. I was. If you just stayed for when I said, but I don't like you."
Yeah, you
One
have.
second.
She goes, you have my heart. I was like, this has been literally 5 days, 6 days.
Oh, this is a thing though. Hallmark, like 'cause you're
Right.
saying,
We're
like,
wrapping
Hallmark,
this up.
Yes,
So
Hallmark is
quickly.
like
It's true.
That's how that works.
You
But-
fall in love so quickly. Wow.
But true. So of course they're standing under mistletoe,
Of course.
and
Of
Luke's
course.
done his research
He did.
now.
Finally, because he knows he wants to get that in.
he knows
Yeah.
the rule of three.
Yeah.
He knows the
He's
rule of
aware.
three. You gotta do research. So he starts talking. He's like, mistletoe was blah blah blah, and I promised myself I'd look up what mistletoe really meant, but I didn't do it.
Oh, that's why I have a phone.
Right. So he is in the middle of explaining, and he like fucking like kisses Lacey Chabert, or she kisses him. She's like, "Come here, baby."
Come
she
here.
kisses him on the mouth, and then the
when things are explained to me.
right, and then that's the end of the movie, pretty
Cool.
much.
Yeah,
So that's what happens.
Should
She
be.
decides to move back to Pemberley,
Pemberley,
Ohio,
sure.
to
Yeah,
make all of
and
her dreams come true.
There you go. That's what happens.
Pemberley, Ohio, not a real place.
So, Alex, while you're looking at mistletoe, I'll go to Drew
Yeah.
first and give you some time. So, Drew, based on what we said about this movie, what are you going to do with this podcast?
So this is hard for me
Okay.
because I haven't laughed to tears before.
Oh, did you laugh for tears?
I laugh just now? Did you hear me? When you guys are talking about kids with the
Yeah, the kids.
That was the
kid,
worst
that
part
was
of
the-
it.
I was like, I'm done.
Nothing
I
has
walked
made
away.
me more mad. And they talked about optics also, Drew, after that. I'm like,
Oh my
what about
God.
your optics about the kids?
Yeah. Oh God.
And they were like, it's great.
It's a plus.
I-
It's a plus to have these
all
disadvantaged youths.
all the rich white people were like, we love it when kids serve us shrimp cocktail.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Okay, because of this, because of how fucking utterly insane. Like, it sounds like you guys are exaggerating and
No,
telling me
not
that.
at all.
Not at all.
Not at all.
It's
And
what
because
happened.
of that, and because I think this is really showing up some crazy shit about Hallmark. Since we've been, talking about Lifetime.
We did
Christmas
Lifetime
movies
for the
more and
past
stuff.
3, so it's the first Hallmark we've done.
Okay.
I'm gonna ironically pour it up
Right.
because of your explanation of this.
Great.
And the fact that the title has nothing to
Nothing.
do with
Nope.
anything you explained to me.
Nothing. Nothing.
I'm gonna say they really blew it with this one, and
Yeah.
I'm gonna pour it up because of that fact.
Okay.
Okay.
And
That's why.
Lacey Chabert is their number 2 star behind Candace.
Yeah.
So this is a vehicle for a big star on the network, and it was not living up to that.
And I
But-
think if anyone in even just kinda is already these are just kind of dumb and I just watch them. But if they actually watch, be like, what the fuck is this?
Right.
Exactly.
And I like that because of that.
Okay.
Okay.
Alex, back to you. Did you look at Mistletoe? Do you know
I
what
did.
it is?
Okay, so
let's talk about
before
it.
there were any Christmas trees, the custom to kiss beneath it was most likely originated in pre-Christian Europe, where it was believed that mistletoe possessed life-bestowing properties and was associated with fertility. Along the line of thinking, mistletoe was also used as an aphrodisiac. And if that were not enough, it was used as an antidote to poison and to ward off witchcraft as well. Hence, the custom of hanging mistletoe over a doorway to ward off evil spirits from crossing your threshold.
Wow, it has multiple
Yeah.
things.
Yeah.
I love it, and
That's
I love that it's
great.
an aphrodisiac.
Oh, I love that.
You know that Brandy song? You're my aphrodisiac.
Aphrodisiac.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I
You don't know
totally
that song.
know that.
Yeah.
I'd play it if I had Spotify right here. Pulled up right here. But that's a good song. Brandy, aphrodisiac. Look it up.
Got it.
Okay, Alex, what are you going to do to this movie?
So I can pour it up or I can...
Put a cork in it.
Yeah, so I'm putting a cork in this.
Yeah, yeah.
Honestly,
No, that's fair.
I couldn't. So once we're gonna be using our white privilege to just focus on disenfranchised use.
Yep.
That we're trying to help to make us feel so much better about our lives.
And just to be clear, I'm pouring it up, not on the
Don't
movie
defend
itself.
yourself.
Okay.
yeah.
I'm
You
pouring
can't
it up
justify
because of all
your
the
poor
things.
choices.
We know.
now.
We know, Drew.
We get it. No, yeah, I'm not a fan of that. And as much as I love Lacey as,
Me too.
as a person,
Me too. I love her.
as an actor, so fetch. But I
So
couldn't
fetch.
I couldn't condone any of this, and the fact that like everyone
Absolutely
looked
not.
the same to me. It was really hard to distinguish the men.
Broke
In
child
it.
labor law. I mean, it was bad.
A lot of child labor laws, like just a lot of just useless information was given in this.
Right.
Just
right.
blatantly, we can't find anyone else to do this job, so let's get the children to do it. It's Christmas. Let's get the children to do the jobs they shouldn't be doing.
I love it.
So
oh my god.
I'm not working it.
I am also going to put a cork in it, obviously.
Of course.
Here's the thing, guys. Lacey Chabert has been in a lot of Hallmark movies. And the last good one she was in 2006, A Wish for Christmas, where the mall Santa Claus made her wishes come true, and there's some Christmas magic, and it was really, really great.
Okay,
and that
yeah.
was probably peak Lacey on Hallmark. I feel like Lacey has been dipping
Okay.
in her movies because she's got kids now. She likes Hallmark because Hallmark gives her Hallmark
I'm
did.
sure she's making a lot
Pays
of
her
money.
Oh, she is.
Bukus.
But she filmed a whole movie. I think it was The Sweetest Christmas where she was pregnant the whole movie, and they
Yeah.
just put boxes of presents in front of her and like folders and whatever. Like Hallmark works with Lacey,
Yeah.
so she's not going anywhere.
No,
but
sure.
the problem is Lacey gets second pick on movies because Candace gets first pick, of course.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Candace was
So-
the movie after this one.
Exactly,
So I saw
exactly.
the first few minutes of whatever that movie was.
I feel bad for Lacey because she doesn't really get to pick her. she doesn't get her first pick, and this is what she thought might be a good movie, and it really did not.
It didn't hit the mark.
And the white privilege, after talking about Lifetime,
So
it
much
was
white
out of
privilege.
control.
It
So
was-
it's got to be
Oh,
a
God.
quirk.
The
Yeah.
house was
No, it's gotta be a
ridiculous.
quirk.
Like there was way too many like landscape shots of like, look how rich we are.
Yes, and it's just like
It's a lot.
y'all live in Ohio,
Yeah,
okay? You're not
Ohio.
rich, okay?
No one is rich in Ohio.
Right. Wonderful. So if you are rich in Ohio, I'm sorry. But okay, so that wraps up our conversation about Pride, Prejudice, and Mistletoe. But before we go, we have a favorite segment of this week and every week. What you say? Candace, Cameron, Bure. On my wedding day, catch the bouquet. Candace hates the gays. Candace, Cameron, Bure. Drinking rosé, eating creme brulee. Can't share with me. Candace, Cameron, Bure. Yeah. What you say? Candace, Cameron, Bure. All right.
Wow. Okay, that was the first time I ever heard that, and that was literally life changing. Oh my God.
Yes. What you say, Candace Cameron Bure.
Yeah,
That's
she
her new
hates
theme
the
song.
gays.
She does hate the gays. Don't let her fool you.
Can I get some
Don't let her
creme
fool you.
brulee? Sorry, that was good. That was really
Thank
good.
you so much. So we talk about Candace, we watch her Instagram stories, and we talk about her.
Okay.
So I have a good one for you.
Oh, yes.
We'll just play a little clippy. This one's 34 seconds long, and we'll talk about it, okay?
I love it.
When people stop you on the street to tell you how much they love the Hallmark Channel and love the movies that we all do because they mean so much to them and they're so special, that's why I do them.
Really?
Okay, if you're only up for one Candace Cameron Bure Christmas movie at a time, don't turn on Hallmark Channel right now because Switch for Christmas is on. Wait for the new one, A Shoe Addict's Christmas, that's starting in basically an hour and a half if you're on East Coast time or get an East Coast.
Really?
So
Okay.
Candace had her movie come out.
Yeah.
And she blew up Instagram. She had tons of content out. So I just downloaded all that shit on my screen record. And I
Yeah.
was like, this is social media gold.
Yeah.
Because she's crying about people being like, oh, they love me and they love Hallmark and blah, blah,
so
blah.
much.
And then she's immediately going into the hard sell for her movie.
Yeah.
You know, and this is the thing about Candace. She never can separate the two.
No.
She can't be genuine and then not sell something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
it's like Candace, she'll be like, I love God and God's great. Here's my book about God and why he's great. And you could buy it for $25.
It's like if I was like, hey Patrick, man,
yeah.
God, you just look so great today.
Oh, thank you.
And your shirt is great, and your pants are great.
Thanks.
And I love your nose and
Oh.
your eyes,
Oh, my nose.
and your beard, and your teeth, and your mouth.
Okay.
I need $20
Right.
right now.
Exactly.
Flattery will only get you so far, Candace.
Right.
Okay?
Exactly.
You know, and I guarantee you, no one stopped her on the street to tell her how they changed her life through her heartwarming films. You know, I think it's like in her head, she's these people are just, they're there.
I
you know?
would. I would.
You would.
You would?
Yeah.
If you saw her on the
If
street?
I saw her on the street, I would get my phone and be like, oh my God.
I would take a picture with
fucking
her for
love
sure.
you so much. I love you.
And then we
Click.
post it on our
and then-
social, and then we post it on Lifetime of Course. Be like, we
Joke's
met
on
Candace.
her.
We met Candace.
What a joke.
She's got to know
I would never
about us.
say anything to her face.
No, just behind her
No.
back. We would
Why would-
take the
why would-
selfie.
what would that do?
And then we would cackle as she left.
Look, she can come on the podcast and she can talk about it if she wants to.
Yeah, but she also has to pay to be
I would
here.
love.
though.
I would
Right?
love to talk because I want to get her little secrets out. I think she's got some secrets that are
I
really
yeah.
think, and I'm with you on this, Drew. Now that she's a creative genius in your mind,
Yeah.
I think that
I think she is.
Here's the thing: her hatred towards gays and all this, her bigotry and all this stuff, is a front, right?
Oh yeah, she's gay.
Because I'm like, girl, you're in a movie with a gay actor, and you're gonna act like that. And Luke McFarlane is
Yeah.
a gay actor, and he's in the movie with her, Shoe Addict's Christmas.
And we were talking about this because I think
He's Canadian. And I'm like, he might be nice about it.
Yeah, anyone who like is that out front about their hatred of something is closeted and loves it. You know, they're just ashamed. She's ashamed.
Has she ever said like she has never said like she hates gays?
She hasn't, but she's been very pro policies against gay people.
Is she married to that Cameron dude who's also really Christian?
That's her brother.
Okay.
Yeah.
No,
putting things together.
That guy is crazy.
He brought her into the fold.
Okay.
She wasn't religious until she was a teenager, and then he brought her in and was like, "We're going to do Church of Christ and all that stuff."
Old Testament boo.
This is what I think she's been doing this whole time. She's slowly backtracking out of that because she's like, I don't actually think. I mean, I was supporting my brother,
and also her fan base is a lot of gay men. So come on.
No, her fan base is not gay.
Okay, never mind.
Very opposite. She could have had the gays, but she fucked up.
She fucked
up by the whole wedding cake fiasco.
Oh,
she was
she believed she was
like,
on the side of the cake maker.
Businesses have the right to refuse business, and I'm like, Candace, you're a business, and if someo's paying you to do something, you got to do it.
You got to do it.
You're a public business,
right?
Sorry. Anyways, we're going to be able to talk wedding cakes.
Yeah.
Right. But it is something that is interesting, and we'll get into it later. We have Geis on the podcast.
Yes.
He is a gay man. He is a smart-ass man. So we'll talk to him about it, and we'll see what he has to say. And I'm excited about it.
Yeah, he'll have a lot of things.
But Alex, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me back, guys. This is like
anytime.
I feel like I came home.
I know.
Can I hold your hands?
Yes.
We're holding hands now.
We are
so nice.
We are actually holding hands.
If you can't see, which is all of you,
we're holding hands.
We're holding hands.
And they have such different quality hands, but both of equal caliber.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Yeah. Alex, do you have anything you'd like to plug at the pluggy time of the podcast?
Yeah. So in the new year, starting January, you can see me on Friday nights at 8 p.m. at Laugh Out Loud Theater with Big Shoulders Comedy.
Oh, awesome.
And then every month, I do a sketch show, a late night sketch show called The Not That Late Show, because at 8 p.m. on Thursday. It's the last Thursday of every month.
Is that with Swinson?
Yeah, it was Swinson.
Love him.
Yeah. So
he's been on a couple of times, and he's
one of my faves too.
He's an angel baby.
Starting January.
I couldn't get him on this season, but I will get him on next season.
He's great.
He's a busy man.
Oh,
and he's a Maryland man.
He's a Maryland man.
I love him. Drew, where can we find you?
Oh man, you can find me on Instagram.
Drew on that
but with pants.
Yes.
Wonderful. Thank you both for being here.
No problem.
And thank you, listeners, for checking back in. You can follow me at Patrick Miguel. Follow the podcast at Life from Court. Don't forget to rate and review us on Apple Podcasts. 100 for 100.
Yeah, baby.
100 for the holidays.
By the way, we're still holding hands. We're still holding hands.
We are holding hands. I'm gripping now.
I know.
And it's getting sweaty, and it's so nice when it gets nice and slippery.
Okay. That's it. Bye.
Bye.